Good morning and welcome back to BIFA Link TV, your daily dose of industry information. Today I'm joined once again by Ian Matheson for this week's roundup of the news. So Ian, thank you so much for joining me. What's gone on this week?
Well, it's been another busy few days on the news front.
Yeah.
BIFA members, I don't think they're going to be surprised by the government's announcement that customs processes for B2B parcels moving between GB and Northern Ireland are being pushed back to March 2025. I think the rules were due to come into place in October, but HMRC announced that the deadline is now moving to give businesses more time to prepare and get their systems ready.
And like you said, this is something that we've seen a lot. I know recently a lot of kind of the implementation dates have changed for stuff like this.
That's right. In fact, I think it was on the 13th of September, the government extended the easement of import checks on medium risk fruit and vegetables imported from the European Union. And that's been extended from January 2025 to July the 1st, 2025. And on the similar vein of European trade, EU, UK trade, which is, of course, very important to so many of your members' business, I don't think viewers will be that surprised by a publication of a new report from Aston University, which confirmed that Brexit has caused severe disruptions in the UK European supply chain.
Yeah.
I think we all know that, but the full report, which can be read in the link in the panel below, said that from 2021 to 23, the data shows a 27% drop in UK exports and a 32% reduction in imports from the European Union.
And like you said, Ian, that's a stat that our members probably aren't surprised about.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Last week we talked a little bit about the rearrangement, the realignment of the container shipping service on the east-west container trades and what they might look like in 2025. But what's been apparent in the press coverage this week is that there's still lots of uncertainty with the final network to be dictated by external events. I noticed that carriers have produced two versions of their intended schedule. One that still has transits through the Red Sea, and one where the transits continue via the Cape of Good Hope. And the maritime consultancy Drury has produced a really good roundup of the various options that could be coming into play in 2025. And again, that can be seen in the hyperlink that's in the panel below the text for this episode.
And we will obviously be providing members with more information as this unfolds.
Yeah. And again, a small update on last week's episode. In the USA, the Republican members of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee and the House of Representatives, they urged the Biden administration to do everything in their power to prevent a work stoppage at the eastern Gulf Coast ports, which obviously we've talked about, that could lead to dire impacts on the supply chain, the US economy and the American consumer.
And I'm sure our members would like this to be nipped in the bud before it causes any more disruption.
Yeah, and on that subject, the shipping lines have actually announced a raft of surcharges in advance of a potential strike, and with literally, the strike could come into force on October the 1st, so a few days away. BIFA members, that are active in that trade, really, as you say, really would like to see some resolution before the disruption takes place. Moving aside from ocean freight into the air freight environment, I noted that the website of the Lodestar carried quite an interesting article about charter brokers saying that the fourth quarter in air freight is going to be very busy, but they're saying that capacity is still available for a price. They don't seem to be too concerned, coming back to the dock strike, they don't seem to be too concerned that there will be a huge spike in demand if the US ports go on strike. I guess it's probably too late for people to sort out the peak season shipments by then. So,
thank you so much, Ian, for this roundup. Once again, it sounds like it's been a pretty busy news week. I would like to end this episode by reminding our members that there is still time to join our database for our members' communications and PR contacts. We have had some uptake in this, but of course there is still time to get involved if you haven't already. The email address will be down below for you to get in contact, but it is bifacomms@bifa.org. Thank you so much for watching. This has been BIFA Link TV, your daily dose of industry information.